What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Crypto Blitz, your home for your crypto fix. I'm your host, Ripple Van Winkle. Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing day. Markets aren't looking so hot now, are they? But that's okay. In this episode, we're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance dating back to 2017, 2020, and to present day. We're going to take a look at it and where it's going from here because you know what? Nothing has changed as we mentioned. Another bank partners up with Ripple for custody. A big one. Just when they say banks won't work with Ripple, banks won't use XRP, well, they just keep on coming. It's the snowball effect now, isn't it? Then we're going to jump into the Digital Euro Association and what they just announced and who are they going to be supporting. So without further ado, sit back, relax. Let's jump into it. Bitcoin, 89,000. It's currently down 7.3%. Ethereum, 2,422. It's down almost 10%. And XRP's down 11%. I mean, XRP and Solana fighting. See which altcoin can be down the most within the past 24 hours. XRP's coming in at $2.20. Total cryptocurrency market cap, not too bad, right? Still floating close to that 3 trillion. We are above the 2020 all-time high, about 2.7, 2.8, coming at 2.9. Now, I get asked this question a lot. Where do we go from here? Are we going further down? The answer, in my most honest opinion, is no. And we made the video yesterday saying that these mass liquidation events, you know, those 20, 30%, they're over with. We're at a 10. A 10% of crypto is absolutely nothing. It's nothing to be alarmed about. People get all freaked out because everything goes down together. And then when they look at their portfolio, it's down a lot because, you know, they have 5 or 6 in it that are down 5, 10, 15% each. And they're like, holy crap, I lost a lot of money. But at the end of the day, you don't lose anything unless you sell. And unless you have lost all vision, all hope within cryptocurrency, which I don't know how you could, especially with Trump stepping in with the crypto czar, with the SEC coming out and getting rid of a lot of these lawsuits. What I think is about to happen is Ripple versus SEC is about to get dropped along the ways here. Then we get this manipulation. So the markets crash. They go down, like a heavy down. And then we get a whale alert that 250 million USDC was just printed out of thin air. Isn't it funny how it works? Crash the markets, 5%, 10%, cause extreme fear, and then they make a call and they say, hey, we need you to print us some USDC or some USDT because we're about to buy the dip. I think it's interesting. Raul Paul, he's like, you guys all need to learn patience. This was 2017, in which we had a very similar macro structure. We did a 5 times 28% pullbacks on Bitcoin. Most lasted 2 to 3 months before a new high. All coins, they saw a 65% correction. All were noise. He says, go do something else more constructive than stare at the screens. Exactly what I'm telling you, everyone, go take a walk. Here you go. The same structure we saw in 2017. And you know how 2017 ended? Everything absolutely ripped. This is exactly what is playing out now. I told you, bull runs aren't all they're cracked up to be. Everyone thinks in a bull run it's just up, up, up and away. That is not the case. In bull runs, there will be dips, there will be corrections. They just don't last as long as they would in a bear market. Everything is still okay. Everything is still all right. Everything is still intact here. You have 2 options. You either sit on your hands and you don't do anything, or you buy the dip and you accumulate more. So when these prices go back up, you have a nice fat bag, hopefully at the bottom or close to the bottom, and you start making money here. The best scenario, the best explanation I can give to people, say you had an XRP DCA at 250 and say XRP corrects. I like to do 50%. That's just for me. We'll say $2. And XRP was to correct to $1. It's a 50% pullback. I would buy more at $1 in order to lower my DCA to $1.50. Therefore, on the next leg up, when XRP gets above $1.50, I start making money. instead of me waiting to make money at $2. That's what I do. But I will only buy more of an asset and DCA into it is if it drops by 50%. If it doesn't drop by 50%, I don't buy it. I will buy something that I do not already have. That is just my strategy here. That is the way that I look at this. Credible cryptos like Bitcoin dominance now up over 60+% off the blue zone that he has identified over a year ago. And he's now seeing calls for a never-ending rally on Bitcoin dominance and that there's going to be no alt season. You hear the same crap out there, folks, right? Alt season's canceled. The bull run's over. The bull run's canceled. Just ignore it. Ignore all of it. He says it's interesting that these calls of this time is different, and they always tend to come to extremes. Where were these calls when dominance was 30% or lower? At the lower end of the spectrum. The current trend continues until it doesn't, but that doesn't mean the trend will continue indefinitely. Sure, dominance can certainly climb higher, but ultimately what goes up must come down. I've been saying that same exact saying on this channel for quite some time. What goes up must go down, and what goes down must go back up. Here's Bitcoin dominance. You can see in 2017, right where we're circling, we were over a 70% Bitcoin dominance. As we fast forward and we look to the next bull run and we look at 2020, where was the Bitcoin dominance sitting? Right up here, which is again 70%. Where is Bitcoin dominance sitting right now? 61%. And we had a strong reversal on this just last month, telling you that Bitcoin dominance is going higher. We are going to get closer to that 70% region on it. What does that mean? Well, it's very simple, that it is Bitcoin show, and it has always been Bitcoin show. When Bitcoin is done and gets to 175, 200,000, then we will see the dominance start to drop and the money start to rotate out. Until then, Bitcoin's going to control what we do, folks. Michael Branch put this out. The Digital Euro Association, the DEA, has announced a partnership with Ripple to collaborate on central bank digital currencies. Here's the article. This was hot off the press yesterday. It says XRP USD is consolidating around 247. Man, boy, the times change within 24 hours. The DEA is based in Frankfurt, Germany, and they have partnered with Ripple for joint educational efforts on digital currencies. That's pretty interesting because then we get this news that DEA Bank is rolling out crypto trading and custody services for institutions, which is being built on Ripple custody. A clear sign of growing demand for institutional grade crypto custody solutions. Who is DEA Bank? Well, they're based in Germany, the same place where the Digital Euro Association is being formed. They are an investment bank with over 395 billion in assets under management. Interesting, right? It says we have the necessary experience, required licenses, and a tested, ready-to-use infrastructure to support savings banks and our institutional clients. And they have partnered with Ripple here. And Chad's like, well, guess what? When we look at Ripple custody, not a lot of people talk about Ripple custody. He says the list of current active Ripple custody clients include HSBC and Northern Trust, Forge, BBVA, DZ Bank, DEA Bank, which was announced yesterday, VP Bank, BCB Group, Arches, TAG, Union Bank, DBS, Zodia Custody, Rule Match, VDX, and GoFinTech. It's interesting that a lot of these banks / groups are choosing Ripple for their custody solutions. You think crypto's going away? You think DLT is just going to vanish in thin air? Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, the smart money is the money who is buying and accumulating this dip. Because as this year moves on, we are going to look back on days like yesterday, the crash that happened 4 to 8 weeks ago, over the weekend on that Sunday night where everyone was freaking out, which was far worse than this because we saw XRP touch $1.77. We didn't go that low as of yet. We're starting to rebound around 220, so that dip was a lot worse as far as the bottom pricing of XRP. But we're going to look back in those days and we're going to be looking and saying, man, I should have just did it. I should have jumped in. I should have purchased more. You are here for a reason in the crypto space. You are here because you understand the technology. You are here because you are not afraid of the volatility. And because you have done your own research and you understand at the end of the day where this market is going. I'm going to leave it like that. Look, wash your damn hands, be nice, and be kind to each other. Ripple Van Winkle is out.